Okay, hey, what up, guys? New video. Gonna go over some BM Hunter stuff from what I've been playing. I did some PvP, PvE. I wish the PvP was better, but the pre-patch is like, I think this is the most dead a pre-patch has been thus far. It's pretty fucked up, to be honest. So like, I'm queuing 2s and stuff, and I just keep versing the same people like 10 times in a row at like 1500 rating, which I've never actually seen before in this game. So I don't know how great like these test results have been, but I'm basically just gonna go over some talents and playstyles for PvE and PvP. I'll do the PvP shit really quickly, because most of it's like the same as it was in Legion. You're just sending your pets to attack. Key things to note are that kill command, you have to be in, you can't, it LOSs now, so like you can't kill command if you're hiding behind a pillar and you can't see your enemy. You actually have to be looking at them. But it's honestly not that big of a deal, because pet melees are so strong. You basically can play like the same style as you did before. Excuse me. As long as you stack up your barb shot, this gives your pet an attack speed buff. It's basically like dire frenzy. And so if you have this stacked up and then the guy runs behind a pillar or something, even though you can't kill a command, you're still going to be doing a lot of damage. Besides that, the playstyle is the same. The key things to note are going to be Dire Beast Basilisk and Dire Beast Hawk, and your honor talents do a ridiculous fuck ton of damage. They're doing way more damage than they did before. If you get good hawks off, then you can shit on people, and if they stand in the basilisk, it'll like top damage for you. So honestly, BM Hunter in PvP right now is really cheesy because of these two. Like the base kit is mediocre, but these two push it into like top tier. I don't know about S tier, but it pushes it into top tier. But the thing is that if you can't get these off, then you're like a really mediocre class. Respect. Anyway, in terms of PvE stuff, nothing's really changed. You still have like Beast Cleave playstyle. Yeah, you're multi-shotting for AoE. They changed the aspect of the wild a bit, so it does 5 focus per second. I think it did. Did it do haste before? Maybe it. No, it always did that. I'm retarded. Yeah, I actually don't think anything has changed. Really. I guess you don't have Dire Beast yet, but you're still pressing Barb Shot, which is Dire Frenzy. In terms of the talents, I'm just taking Animal Companion. I was doing it mainly for PvP because what I've noticed on the pre-patch is that melee attacks are doing the most damage on like every class, like your auto shots, pet melees, and so I figured the highest damage bonus is just to get another pet to buff it up with barb shots to get attack speed, rather than taking these two. I feel like haste right now with the GCD changes, haste is a really, really valuable stat, so this talent's good, but eventually in BFA, I'm probably going to be stacking haste just to get away from the GCD changes because they're so bad. Having so many abilities and your cooldowns on it too feels awful. This one's probably fine. I think this one's better. In this tier, I'm taking one with the Pact just to stack up barb shots. I feel like it's the best value overall because it gives you a higher uptime on your pet attack speed, and then it also reduces your Bestial Wrath cooldown if you get procs. It's not based on crit anymore, which is really nice. I guess this would be more consistent if you're going for a Venomous Bite and Killer Cobra playstyle, but I'm not going for a Killer Cobra. I'm focusing on my pet damage. This is pet abilities, but I'm just focusing on pet playstyle. So the only reason I have Cobra Shot is because I don't have Apex Predator Ring. I would run Apex Predator Ring. I don't really care about the legendaries or sets that are kind of irrelevant now. But I basically just run Thrill the Hunt. I don't really bother with these. I think this one's fine. But like I said, the pet damage, the pet auto attack damage is doing a huge chunk in the abilities, so I feel like that's the best playstyle. These are all whatever. This sucks now because it's a root. Stomp, I'm just taking Stomp for ease of play. Stampede, I'm not a big fan of for a 3-minute cooldown. being in this talent tier, I feel like its damage has been nerfed from what it used to be, and so it's not worth a 3-minute. Maybe it's more of a 2-minute cooldown. Barrage is fine. It's probably pretty good. I'm not a big fan of it because I think I said this in the marksman video, but I feel like Barrage is such a big area now, it pulls way more, and I don't like that in dungeons. But I mean, it has its uses if you have big spread out AoE anywhere, if you're doing a battleground. I'm just running Stomp for ease of use. It simplifies the rotation. I don't have to worry about anything. I feel like when you're playing BM, you're not going for optimal damage, you're just going for like ease of play, because it's a really basic spec. There's not a lot you can do to influence it through skill. Marksman, there's a lot you can do to be skill based comparatively to all the Legion specs, but if you're trying to get like rank 1 DPS perfectly optimized, you would just play Marksman. But BM you would choose for the chillness, the mobility, ease of play, whatever. So I'll just show the rotation a bit here. There's nothing really to say about stat priority. I feel like Haste Mastery are the best. Haste just on like everybody is good because of the GCD change. They also made it like so tons of your abilities, I think I saw this on like a lot of the abilities get reduced by haste, like a lot more than before. I don't think BM is that affected by it. It's basically just kill command. But haste is like a fucking really good stat right now, so otherwise I would just stack mastery and I don't really care about the rest. Anyway, so you kill command, you pop your cooldowns, and you have like a long GCD, and then you literally just kill command. And that's it. You spam Cobra Shot, you do Barb Shot on cooldown. With the resets, you could stack up. I think maybe if you want to play this like super optimally, like you would want to have this set up so that you can keep this buff permanently up. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can't imagine people like seriously optimizing the BM playstyle. You should probably just turn your brain off and have fun with life instead. Yeah, and pray for RNG. So the damage isn't as high. Also, this is what's kind of fucking weird if you see my details. Ignore the trinket, it's AoEing a bit, and it's also really strong. But my fucking auto shot is my top damage. Like, I don't actually know how that's fair. Having a ranged, like, uninteractable auto attack on a hunter doing your top damage, I feel like is really cheap. And then the other damages are just the melees like they're supposed to, so... With this build, 2.1, 2.0k DPS, unoptimized gear, bad legendaries, like it's okay. My marksman was doing about 3k I think on test, so this is probably dog shit, but like I said, this build is a bit PvP optimized and it's more just for brain dead ease of play. There's nothing to pay attention to and there's nothing to worry about. It'll be pretty good for mythics, but once again, if you're optimizing, you shouldn't even be playing BM in my opinion, so... that's just a quick update, just to go over the stuff. I don't know if I'll make another. I'll probably end up making a survival video too, just because I have some thoughts and opinions on survival and all that. But yeah, you know, BM's the same. You just spin in circles. I guess you can't do that as much now because your auto shot is so much of your damage. But if you see your auto attack timer, you could like 360 in between it or something. Anyway. Yeah, that's about the video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.